Hello, Bonnie English here. Well, I have a little bit of a confession to make. Went out for a ride on my bike last weekend and I dropped it. How embarrassing is that? I won't bore you with the details, but I was stationary at the time and not really any damage done apart from my front brake lever. So I need to crack on and get it fixed. And here it is. Triumph do make these so that the ends snap off if you happen to fall on them. So that's great and you can still ride home, but still need replacing. So what do we need to do this simple job? Well, we need a medium-sized flat-bladed screwdriver. We need a T20 torque and we need a 10mm socket. Of course, we also need a replacement brake lever. So I went to my local Triumph stockist and they had no brake levers in stock. So I went for an aftermarket one, much cheaper, but to be honest, I don't rate it. It looks pretty shocking. It will do for the job I'm going to do today, but I definitely will be fitting the genuine Triumph part as soon as they get one available. I will put the genuine Triumph part number in the notes below. I believe they retail for about 80 Australian dollars or £50. Finally, we need some general purpose grease, some gloves to protect your hands, and an old rag. Let's get started. So firstly, we need to remove the brake light switch. Now this is a little bit fragile, which is why we need to get it out of the way so we don't damage it. And for this, we need the T20 torque. And here it is. So I'm just going to unscrew the plastic casing. Be careful not to lose the little washers that come as part of this assembly. Unscrew that. Put that carefully to one side and then unplug the plug here and just put that carefully to one side as well so it doesn't get damaged. Now we need the flat-bladed screwdriver and the socket to remove the pivot bolt. Next, loosen the pivot bolt. One turn should do it, and then we can unscrew it the rest of the way. Don't forget using the screwdriver to hold the pivot bolt in place. With the lock nut removed, we can now unscrew the pivot bolt, which is threaded. And remove it. With the pivot bolt removed, we can now remove the slightly damaged brake lever. And sadly, as you can see, its ball has dropped, so it's no longer long enough for me. The recess here will have old dead grease in it. So give it a squirt with some WD-40 or an equivalent and clean it out with your old cloth. So fitting the brake lever is obviously the reversal of removing it. Going to get a little bit greasy, so time to put the gloves on. So we just need to put a little dab of grease on the moving parts of the brake lever and on the wide part of the pivot bolt. So you don't need to smear it, but just a little bit on the end here. Any excess can just be chucked in the hole here. And some on the wide part here of the pivot bolt. So next, slide the brake lever in, lining up the holes, and then drop the pivot bolt in, and you can start off by just doing it up by hand. Finish off the tightening process with the flat-headed screwdriver. As it gets to the bottom, just do it up hand tight. Replace the lock nut and do it up finger tight. Remember, it has a flange on it, so make sure it's the right way around. And finish off with placing the flat-headed screwdriver to hold it in place and tighten up to 22 Newton meters or hand tight. Obviously, don't forget to replace the brake light switch. There are 2 locating dowels here which you need to line up with the little holes on the underside and plug in. Replace the plastic clamp, do it up finger tight to start with, and then hand tight. Next, you need to adjust the rake on your brake by pushing the brake lever forward and then spinning the dial according to how big or small your hands are and how comfortable you want your brake. So the higher the number, the smaller the hand, and the closer the brake lever is to the handlebar. So just adjust. I think I had mine on 3 last time. About there. And let go. Obviously, once you've fitted the brake lever, it's essential that the brakes are working properly. So roll her forward, that works, and check her out. Finally, take her out for a little bit of a ride just to make absolutely sure that they're working fine. Go slow, go on a nice straight bit of road, and make sure that you can stop using the back brakes just in case your fitting hasn't been that great after all. I'm Bonnie English. I hope you found this video useful. It's actually just about to start raining. I better get this white top away. If you enjoyed, please like or subscribe.